Hey, this is Jeff here from GlobalNPN, and I wanted to make a video here that's sort of targeted to those of you who are sort of new to digital marketing or new to GlobalNPN and just sort of figuring out how this whole thing works and what you're supposed to build, what the process is, and what you're supposed to do, and what sort of content you're supposed to use, right? So what I thought I would do is just go into our NPNBrainstorm AI suite and ask it some questions and see if it can tell me exactly what to do, create some content for me, and enable me to get started on this right away. And so what I did was, again, I logged into our brainstorm in the GlobalNPN back office. I clicked on AI chatbots, and I'm going to use the NPN Brainstormer here, which is our digital marketing guru chatbot. So I click chat now, and I'll show you exactly what I did here. Just go to the beginning here. So the big question that most new people have is, what am I supposed to be doing? How do I get from point A to point B, from having almost nothing to start generating leads and generating sales with GlobalNPN? So I went back here and I just simply asked it. I said, my question here is, how can I generate traffic, turn traffic into leads, create trust and loyalty, and make sales of my GlobalNPN business? I just asked that. And you can do this too. You can copy and paste that exact question in if you like, and it'll give you a similar information, similar answer. And so what it came back was based on that question was, it gave me some information on generating traffic, turning traffic into leads, creating trust and loyalty, making sales. Gave me some idea of where to get traffic, that the GlobalNPN traffic packs are available in the back office to get you started quickly. Gave me some information on that whole process, which is fine, but it's kind of generic, right? It's sort of general because I asked it a very general question, like, how do I do this? And it gave me back the answers that, you basically get back as specific. The information you get back is based on the question you ask. So if you ask a very generic question, you're going to get some generic information back. So you have to be more specific as you go along. So after this point, I said, okay, so I need to, it says right here, I need to build, where is it? Right here. In terms of turning traffic into leads, the best way to do it is to create a simple yet compelling lead funnel that consists of a squeeze page, a bridge page, a sales page with daily email follow-ups. Right? Those are the three things that you need. That's what you need in order to get started here and start making money. So I took that information and I said, okay, well, what do I use to create a squeeze page, a bridge page, and a sales page? Okay, so it came back with, well, great question. GlobalNPN offers a tool called NPN Architect that you can use to create your squeeze page, bridge page, and sales page, and it tells you some information about NPN Architect. Okay, so that answers my question totally. I need to go to NPN Architect, use that to create these pages. My next question was, well, great, but what should I offer in order to generate leads with my squeeze page? I need a lead magnet, right? I need to encourage them to opt in exchange for something, right? You need to provide value at this point to your leads in order to gain their trust, get them to opt in, and be able to email them and hopefully sell them on your offer. Okay, so I said, what should I offer in order to generate these leads with my squeeze page? And it gave me 6 different ideas for lead magnets that I could create. Okay, so it gave me information based on what I asked. Great information. Gives us some ideas, right? You can use these as just ideas, or you can take this at face value and say, I'm going to create this. Okay, now what I decided to do next was like, well, how do I create a lead magnet, right? I know I need to create something like this to entice people to opt in. So I said, how do I create a lead magnet, right? Fairly general question. So it says, with a little bit of planning and creativity, you can create a high-quality lead magnet that resonates with your target audience and drives signups. And here are some steps you can follow to create a lead magnet. All right, and it gives me some steps. It gives me 6 steps that I can follow in order to create a valuable lead magnet for my leads, right? Identify your target audience, determine the type of lead magnet, create your content, design your lead magnet, optimize, and promote, right? Fair enough. Okay, so I'm going to say, well, I'm going to pick one of these types of lead magnets from back up here. I'm going to say I want to create a checklist, okay, that people can download. It's going to give them some kind of value and help them out in, solving a problem or doing something. So I'm going to create a checklist. So I went back down here and I said, create a checklist that I can use as a lead magnet. Okay, so it came up with, here's a simple checklist that you can use as a lead magnet. It gave me a title, a subtitle, and didn't give me the content, right? Because I didn't ask for the content, I just asked for the checklist, right? So it gave me all these steps and just basically gave me the format of what a checklist should kind of look like and what it should cover, right? Step 5 being whatever, description, what items should be on this list, and tips to ensure completion. Okay, so I've got my checklist format, which is great, but I want the content to actually go in the checklist. I want the checklist itself, right? So my next question was create the checklist for creating a high converting lead funnel, right? So I said, well, convert me this checklist. And I wanted to teach people how to create a high converting lead funnel. Okay, that's what my checklist is going to be about, help people build a funnel. Okay, so it gave me the complete checklist with all the content. Right, so here's a checklist for creating a high converting funnel. And it gave me a title, gave me a subtitle, gave me an introduction, it gave me step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, 5, 6, all the way up to step 10, right, which is a pretty solid checklist for how to create a high converting lead funnel. Okay, so there's all the information. I said, well, that's great. I need some more options though, because I need to create a squeeze page that's going to entice people to want to opt in, right? So I said, well, give me 5 headlines for my squeeze page that encourages people to opt in and download this checklist. Okay, and it came up with these 5 headlines for me, which I can either use exactly as they are or take one and sort of, edit it a bit to make it a little more, curiosity based or whatever, but I've got some good ideas going here. Okay, and then I said, well, okay, now give me 5 sub headlines to go along with each, because on my squeeze page, I'm going to have a headline and I'm going to have a sub headline, which sort of leads the prospect a little bit further down the page, right? So sure thing, here are 5 possible sub headlines to go along with each of the squeeze page headlines. Okay? And they gave me 5 more sub headlines which match up with these headlines, right? So I've got my headlines, I've got a sub headline for my squeeze page. Okay, which is great. That'll get me started. That'll get me going to NPN Architect, creating a simple squeeze page. Use these headlines, use these sub headlines, right? And then I thought, well, I better go a little bit one step further here. So I asked it, well, great, we've got that done. Write me a quick welcome email for my opt-ins to the squeeze page. That includes links to download the checklist and also points them to my GlobalNPN sales page. Okay, so it wrote me an email. Here's a welcome email. You can send your opt-ins, right? And it says, thank you for opting in to receive your lead magnet. You're now one step closer, blah, blah, blah. And so it gives them the link back to the checklist, right? So they can download the lead magnet that they opted in to get. And they gave some a sales pitch on GlobalNPN, right? That's the welcome email. And then I said, well, okay, great. Please write me the first follow-up in this email series that highlights why every digital marketer needs GlobalNPN to be successful online. And it wrote me this first follow-up for my series, subject, why every digital marketer needs GlobalNPN. And it goes on about, it says, thanks for downloading our lead magnet, right? So it remembers that you had a lead magnet, so this is the first email. And it goes over why digital marketers need GlobalNPN. Okay, and it goes back to your sales page as well, right? So I I ended it there because I just wanted to give you an example of how to get this started and how to get this going and how to generate what you need to generate from the AI. Okay, of course you can take this and edit it, and you probably should. Make sure it's, in your voice and sounds like you and has all the information in there correctly that you want to convey to your leads. But this is essentially how you can use our NPNBrainstorm AI suite to get the process down and get content for your process, right? At the beginning, we asked them, what do I do? What am I supposed to do to make sales here? And it told me to create this type of a lead funnel with daily follow-ups. I got some information on how to create a lead magnet, what kind of lead magnet I should create. And then I said, well, create me this lead magnet, right? And we went through that, got all the content for the checklist, and we got some headlines for our squeeze page and some sub-headlines. And now we got started on writing some emails, right? And you can do that same way for the bridge page and creating a separate sales page for GlobalNPN if you like, right? It's all there for you. All you have to do is ask it, okay, and be specific with what you're asking it. And it's that easy, right? At this point, it's all copy and paste, right? You can copy these emails, put them in your autoresponder, and set up your series, right? So this is all specific for GlobalNPN because that's what our bot is trained up to do, but you can use this for any product or any offer that you happen to be selling because the process, it's always the same. All right, so that's how you do it. That's how you get started. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope this was helpful. Have yourself a great day.